this is Jose. Here I am with this 2014 Audi A4, and today we're going to be replacing the filter, the cabin filter. We're going to be replacing the air cleaner also, or air filter. But most importantly, we're going to be cleaning this ventilation system because the car is creating some smell, a moldy smell, and that's because of the condensation that's staying there. All this water that drips out, the water that you see below the car. People are always questioning themselves. Oh, what's going on? I have a leak under my car. There's water. They don't know what it is, but they see a liquid coming down of the car. But that's the air conditioning creating the condensation. That is the coil absorbing all the humidity from the air and condensating and becoming it water, making it water, changing it from gas to water. So condensates, and a lot of that water stays there on the coil, and when you shut off the car, this water that's there's going to create some mold. So there's a lot of bacteria, there's viruses there that you know have to be cleaned, have to be taken care of. So for that you could use a simple Lysol. Everybody has Lysol in their house, or most people have Lysol in their house. You could use that, or you could use a coil cleaner. Okay, so this is an air conditioning coil cleaner. This is for a regular house air conditioning. Okay, if you buy one just for the regular air conditioning for the house, it's going to cost you half the amount of money that you pay for one that is for the car. Okay, it's the same thing. This might even be better. So the only difference is that you don't have a hose or a little straw that connects to the sprayer so that you can go into the ventilation system. But in most cases with the ventilation system, behind this there's another mesh, there's another protection. So if you put in that hose or that straw in there, you're just spraying into that. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to spray in the inlet. Okay, is on the engine bay. We're going to spray right there before the fan that pushes all the air through the fan, through the filter, and pushes it into the system. We're going to spray right there. And for that we have to put our vent on, just vent. We're going to leave it on vent. We're going to shut off the air conditioning, and we'll put the vent on so that the air could circulate, and we could circulate this chemical through the system so you could clean it. Alright, so let's see. We're gonna spray with the old filter on. We're gonna spray as much as we can, and then we're gonna take that filter out, and we're going to spray some more. And like I said, the vent only has to be on, not air conditioning, no heating, just the vent. We're just going to have some air circulating through there. All right, once we do a little bit with we spray a little bit without the filter in, then we can replace our filter so that the new filter doesn't have any chemical, any water, nothing on it. So we're going to spray on the old filter. We're not going to spray on the new filter. All right, let's start. Okay, this is where we're going to start. Our ventilation system is behind this cover, so we're going to take these off. All right. And this is where our ventilation system is. You might be able to see the fan. In this case, we are able to see the fan. So we're gonna spray some of these. You want to spray some Lysol, like I said. If you want, you can spray as coil cleaner. Okay, and like I said, this works for the house air conditioner, and it costs half the price that you pay for the one that is for the car. So, and it works just as good. It goes for removes the stains, odors associated with mold and fungus. Okay, so just for the sake of it, we're gonna spray both and see what happens. But this is with the old filter on. Okay, don't spray anything on the new filter. Okay, let's start spraying. Let's put this Lysol in the vents. Remember, the car has to be running and the vent has to be on. No air conditioning, no heating, just the vent. And we take a minute to go inside and check and see if in fact the Lysol is going through the system. There's no way it shouldn't unless anything is clogged in there. But right now, as we check all the vents, it seems like everything is okay. And yeah, we smell the chemical coming through. Even though right now it's not much chemical really going through, it's more the fumes than anything else. But what we're doing right now with all this is we're also cleaning
the entire ductwork system, the fan, everything, because this has been collecting dust for years. This is a 2014, so it's been collecting for 10 years. Who knows if somebody ever did this kind of service. So we're going to clean all of that, and everything is going to be stuck onto the filter. That's why we spray into the old filter. We don't do this into the new filter. Never do it on the new filter, okay? So let's clean all that out, get all the dust all around, and see how we do with that. So while we let it dry, we're gonna go ahead and do the engine filter as well.
Okay, time to get this filter out. Here's our filter, and there's no tools necessary for this. You just have to push this tab on this car. There's other cars that you need to take some screws out, but a lot of cars you don't need any tools. This piece is a little wet because of all the spraying. So let's get the filter out. Keep in mind the way you take the filter out, because it's going back the same way. Look at these. This is wet, and all the stuff that was in the line that was dirty came onto these as well. Okay, so this is the way we put in the filter back. This angle here has to go to the right. This filter is heavy, it's full of stuff, so that's why we don't want to put any chemical on the new filter, okay? Because it'll create this film that is not gonna let any of the air pass through on the new one. Okay, you don't want that on the new filter. So let's spray a little bit with this filter out, and we put everything back in. So right now I'm just gonna put this back for a minute so that I can spray just a little bit, not too much, and then I don't have to worry about any debris going through, because right now the car is standing. I see what's in front. I'm not letting anything go in there right now. Okay, so we finished doing that. We blew some air out. We put the cover back. So and if you saw me covering that with my hands, it's to create a little more pressure, so it sucks more of that foam in. And with the cover, it did suck more of that foam in also. So right now that we finished that, and before we put the filter in the cabin, we're just gonna move our attention to the air cleaner right here. So we're gonna take these out, and we're gonna replace that too. Make sure there's some good quality air going into our engine. This filter is pretty good. It's not bad. We're gonna replace it anyway. Let's get a new one in there. Here's a new filter. The other one wasn't that bad, but you can see the difference.
between them. Okay. While you're here, it's also a good idea to take a look at the MAP sensor. I already did a cleaning on that, and that's how I knew to replace this also. But so there's a mass airflow sensor cleaner that you have to use on it. It's better to take it out, spray it all around, let it dry, and put it back. But we'll talk about that another day if we have to. But let's put this back. You want to know how I keep that engine so clean? Look at my other video on cleaning the engine, but just a little tip here. Use the oil that comes out of your car when you do an oil change. Keep a little bit of it, put it on the rag, and wipe it all off. Clean it all, and then use another dry towel to go around and cleaning up any excess, because you don't want any excess, because it will attract dust. Okay, and that's how I keep these all nice and shiny. Okay, so now we are done with the spraying. We let the car run for like 20 minutes without the filter, just to make sure it dries. Just a tip before we continue. It's a good idea to shut off your air conditioning before you stop driving. When you are just about to arrive, turn off the AC, just leave on the vent, okay? And that way the vent will dry all this condensation that is on the coil, and the bad smell will stop. That's a good way to prevent that. So shut off your air conditioning right before you shut off your car, at least a minute or two before you shut off your car, and let the vent run. Okay, that vent will dry all that condensation. All right, so let's continue. Here we tap this again, take this off, take the cover off, and we put our filter in. Here it is. Make sure you go the same way. We took this notch off on the right, and now we're going in the same way. So push that in there. Okay, and we can put our cover back on. We are on. Now let's put our cover back in. Ready. Okay, so that's it. That's it, guys. Very simple to change that filter. The cabin filter doesn't even need any tools if you're just changing the filters. If you want to spray, then you just need a screwdriver to be able to take those two clips off that are holding that cover. So you can spray directly into that centrifugal fan that's in there. So like I said, very simple, very easy. Don't spray it on the new filter. Make sure you spray it on the old filter and without the filter, just a little bit more, just to make sure every bit of that chemical goes into that coil. Okay, so like I said, do not it's better to shut off that air conditioning before you stop driving, and leave the vent on. So you have the vent on, it'll stay blowing, it'll dry all that water that's in there, all that condensation from the coil. That way you will prevent this mold from forming. Okay, so I know it's forgetting, I forget myself a few times, and you have to make that a habit. Just shut off the air conditioner, click on AC, it will shut off, and the fan will keep running, and it will dry that water before you turn off your car. Probably a minute, maybe two, and that water will all dry, you won't have any problems. Now the air cleaner, the other filter that I replace, is also important to change it, because as much as you want the air to be clean for you to breathe and be healthy, you want your engine to be healthy as well. So changing that filter will make your car breathe better, have a better air fuel mixture, and that way you still healthy, the car stays healthy, and you have a good running engine. So that is it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and take care.